You won't believe what happened behind closed doors when Jim Jones, the king of keeping it real, learns about Cameron and Chrissy Lampkin's secret night out. But believe me, the truth is much more juicy than any of us could have imagined. It's not just a night out. It's an exposed scandal so hot even the paparazzi couldn't get a glimpse of it. Is this the end of the line for Cameron and Chrissy Lampkin? What were they hiding that could destroy everything we thought we knew about them? This isn't just a date night. This is the hidden truth that's about to blow up. Buckle up, because things are going to get really messy as we dive deep into the scandal that no one saw coming. Jim Jones's secret night out was revealed, and he's furious. And that's just the beginning. Don't go anywhere. This ride is just getting started. It's a storyline no one saw. Moreover, who tipped off the public? A source so close to the situation that the only thing hotter than their secrets is the fallout that will follow. Coming, but one that has been simmering for a while. Cameron and Chrissy Lampkin, two prominent figures in the hip-hop world, have managed to keep something very significant under wraps. However, as is often the case, secrets eventually surface. And when they do, they tend to cause a storm. And guess what the storm is? We all know Cameron as the Harlem rapper who has been making waves in the industry for years, with his witty, controversial persona and his iconic Killer Cam character. Then there's Chrissy Lampkin, the unrepentant and fierce reality TV star best known for her role on Love and Hip Hop. You'd think that after all her public drama with Jim Jones, she'd learned a few things about avoiding the spotlight. But nope, here we are. A night out that was completely off the grid. A night that no one expected, and a night that would soon come to haunt them both. If anyone can stay ahead of the drama, it's him. However, this time, he wasn't prepared for what was about to happen. Had been circulating for weeks, whispering in the background of the hip-hop scene that something was wrong. People who know Cameron and Chrissy Lampkin say they've been spending more time together. And not in the cordial, we're just old friends way they've always presented. No, this was different. It was secretive. When two well-known celebrities like Cameron and Chrissy Lampkin start to disappear, trouble is brewing. We step back and consider it. Jim Jones's response was completely expected. You could almost hear the rage in his voice when he discovered that Cameron and Chrissy were spending time together without him. However, Jim has always been a little protective of his people. So if you don't think he's been keeping an eye on Chrissy and Cameron's movements, you're living under a rock. From the beginning, Cameron and Chrissy Lampkin's relationship has been difficult. They've both been through the ringer with Jim Jones, Love and Hip Hop fame, and the never-ending media circus. To now be involved and comprehend the seriousness of this situation, we must delve into the past. Cameron and Jim Jones were once best friends, business partners, and co-founders of the renowned Dipset crew. They ruled the hip-hop world together, like a wheel-oiled machine, but as time passed, the cracks began to show. Something so secretive is where things start to get really interesting. What could they possibly be doing behind closed doors that they couldn't share with the world? And more importantly, why was Jim the last to find out? The situation is murky, but the whispers are loud. The Harlem connection has always been close-knit, almost family-like. But when you add Chrissy Lampkin, who has a complicated past with Jim Jones, you're going to have a recipe for disaster. When Jim finds out, well, let's just say it won't be pretty. However, don't take our word for it. Exclusive details: according to some of these sources, Chrissy and Cameron had been dating for weeks. Every time Jim thought she was with him, she was actually out living a different life. It wasn't just dinner dates either. According to reports, Chrissy and Cameron were spotted at some very exclusive places around the city, sneaking into private entrances and leaving through back exits to avoid being caught on camera. Sounds shady though, and that's not even the best part. Rumor has it that on one of those covert nights out, things got hot and heavy. Cameron wasn't just hanging out. They were living like two unattached people who were totally unaccountable. To Jim, according to one source, Chrissy was becoming too comfortable with Cameron when she thought no one was looking. However, it wasn't just about remembering the past. It was about something more profound. At first, Jim Jones was in denial. He never imagined that Chrissy would betray him in that way, especially with Cameron. However, as the evidence mounted, it became more difficult too as we delve deeper into this complex mess. It becomes evident that there is much more going on behind the scenes than anyone anticipated. The picture being painted isn't just one of a cunning exchange between Cameron and Chrissy Lampkin. No, it's much more complicated than that. If we peel back the layers of this scandal, we find something far more sinister. Jim didn't realize how far things had gone when the rumors finally reached him about a covert night out, betrayal, deceit, and a relationship that is collapsing. Now let's examine the dynamics between Cameron, Chrissy, and Jim Jones. It's no secret that the two had a difficult relationship for years. They went from being best friends, co-conspirators, and partners in crime to becoming distant strangers, each of them pursuing their own career paths in the music industry. Despite the tension, however, Jim and Cameron have always shared a peculiar bond and a past that neither of them could completely forget. And now that Chrissy is involved, things are getting complicated. Are going to get worse? So what transpired between Chrissy and Cameron that resulted in these secret meetings? According to several sources, these weren't just innocent catch-ups or casual hangouts. Rather, they were purposeful and secret meetings that happened in some of the most upscale locations in the city where no one would recognize them. And they weren't just about them remembering the good old days of the Dipset era. In fact, sources say that Chrissy's and Cameron's interactions were far more intimate than the whispers are growing louder. And the details are becoming more specific. The question on everyone's lips right now is what's really going on between them? Are Chrissy and Cameron rekindling something from the past, or is it all just a simple misunderstanding? According to some sources, Chrissy was seen acting far too comfortable during one of these meetings, which reportedly took place at a private villa in the Hamptons. Don't get it twisted. Chrissy isn't new to this kind of public drama. After all, she is the same woman who famously knocked out Camilla on Love and Hip Hop after years of pent-up frustration. Chrissy has a history of putting her emotions on full display, so this was something completely different. She was reportedly caught laughing, joking, and holding hands with Cameron in ways that seemed much more than just friendly. Our inside sources tell us that Jim Jones was not as clueless as he appeared. In fact, some claim he had a feeling something wasn't right for quite some time. The tension between Chrissy and Cameron had been evident in the months leading up to the secret night out. The problem was that he never expected it to escalate to this level. And let's not forget about the elephant in the room, Jim Jones. How did he react when he found out? Was he really as blindsided as everyone is making it out to be? Or did he just choose to ignore it? It's a situation, but when he learned the truth, it hit him like a ton of bricks. There is even conjecture that Jim was forewarned about Chrissy and Cameron's growing intimacy months before he discovered the truth. It has been reported that an anonymous tip was sent to Jim, possibly by someone in the Dipset circle, revealing that Cameron and Chrissy were not just hanging out, but were becoming too close for comfort. Once the truth was revealed, chaos broke out. According to people close to Jim and Chrissy, Jim allegedly confronted Chrissy with all the information he knew about the secret meetings. And the outcome was, to put it mildly, heated. Screaming matches broke out, and Chrissy, for the first time in their lengthy relationship, appeared to lose her cool. She was caught off guard and tried to downplay everything that had happened. But this is where it gets even more juicy. According to sources, Chrissy denied having a romantic relationship with Cameron, saying it was just innocent catching up. The fact that Chrissy had been skulking and hiding these meetings for so long only made Jim doubt everything he believed he knew about the woman he had been with for years. And the fallout is only beginning. Although no official statements have been made yet, there are rumors that Jim and Chrissy's relationship is now in danger. And some even claim that Jim is thinking of ending it. It's clear, and the public will eventually learn the truth about what's actually happening behind closed doors. But the drama doesn't stop there. Cameron, who was close to Jim and had previously defended him, is now in the crossfire, and people are wondering what he will do next. After all, this is a man who is no stranger to controversy. He has been involved in feuds with several artists over the years. Cameron claims to be unfazed by the drama at first, but as the public backlash grows and fans call out his actions, he will undoubtedly react. The question is whether he will come clean and admit to anything more than innocent meetings with Chrissy, or if he will continue to deny any wrongdoing. If there's one thing we know, it's that the Dipset brand is built on honesty. Additionally, it's unclear if he will ever make amends with Jim. In the following section, you'll examine the aftermath of this explosive revelation, including possible legal ramifications, the public's reaction, and what could mean for Cameron, Chrissy, and Jim Jones going forward. Stay tuned, because this story is just getting started. As the storm continues to rage on, it's the aftermath of the shocking revelations surrounding Cameron, Chrissy Lampkin, and Jim Jones is beginning to come to light. At this point, loyalty is a big question mark, unfold in unexpected ways. The fallout from this scandal will have a profound impact not only on the individuals involved, but also on the culture surrounding the Dipset crew, the Love and Hip Hop franchise, and the music industry as a whole. It's like watching a slow-motion train crash, and the train hasn't even arrived at its destination yet. Let's start by talking about Jim Jones. He has been engulfed in a flurry of emotions. And according to people close to him, the revelation about Chrissy and Cameron has shaken him to his very core. How could Jim have been so blind to the relationship developing between Chrissy and Cameron? Was he too busy with career, or did he simply choose to ignore the signs in favor of keeping the peace with his longtime partner? It's one of the many questions that have been raised by the public, the media, and even Jim's own crew. However, the worst part is that Jim has remained relatively quiet in the face of the public outcry, which has sparked even more speculation. One thing is certain, though: Jim's reputation is on the line. Isn't just a small celebrity feud, it's a full-blown scandal that could have long-lasting effects on his career and personal life. Will this scandal be the turning point for Jim too? Finally open up and address the situation? Or will he continue to live in the shadow of this betrayal while Chrissy Lampkin navigates the situation? Some say he's handling it in the worst way possible by remaining silent, while others think he's keeping his cards close to the vest, waiting for the right opportunity to strike back. Storm, in her own way, she has a fiery temper, especially when it comes to defending her relationship with Jim. How is she handling this mess? According to people close to her, she is devastated by the public outcry, but is also attempting to defend her actions. She claims that her meetings with Cameron were just a reunion of old friends, but that doesn't seem to sit well with the public. People are wondering how far that reunion really went, and whether Chrissy and Cameron's relationship was truly innocent. Indeed, a number of people in their social circle have asserted that Chrissy and Cameron had an indisputable chemistry. Some even go so far as to say that their relationship transcended the innocent catching-up story she has been promoting. Could it be that Chrissy was drawn to Cameron in a way she never could have predicted, leaving her torn between two worlds? Then there is Cameron. Now that the truth has been revealed, Cameron finds himself in a difficult situation. He has always been known for his public persona as a smooth operator, someone who enjoys drama and doesn't back down from controversy. But this time around, things are different. Although the feud with Jim may have been developing for years, this scandal takes things to a whole new level. The public's opinion of Cameron is now split. On the one hand, he's the affable, charismatic rapper who has been releasing hit after hit for years. On the other hand, it's now the man who helped end one of hip-hop's most famous friendships and possibly a relationship that many believed was solid. The question now is, will Cameron continue to play it cool and deny any wrongdoing? Or will he come clean about the real nature of his relationship with Chrissy. According to some sources, Cameron feels no need to apologize because he is Cameron, the man who doesn't have to answer to anyone. He has followers, status, and clout. So why? Should he care what the public thinks? Of course. There is always a cost when you get involved in drama of this magnitude. It's obvious that Chrissy, Cameron, and Jim Jones are at the center of a storm that doesn't seem to be abating. But the question still remains. What will be the long-term impact of all this? Will this scandal cause irreparable damage in their careers and relationships, or will they find a way to move past it? As we continue to piece together the details of this developing story, Cameron may be able to brush off the public outcry for the time being. But the key question is how his fans and former friends will respond in the long run. There is no way to go back to how things were before the secrets have been exposed, the lies have been revealed, and the truth is out there for everyone to see. The Cameron and Chrissy scandal isn't just about a covert night out. It's about the betrayal of trust. It's certain that this scandal has the potential to change the entire dynamic of the Dipset legacy, and possibly even the Love and Hip Hop franchise itself. As for Jim, will he rise from the ashes of this drama? Or will he become a victim of the scandal that is now hanging over his head? We're left with one burning question after witnessing the ugly truth. How will this all end? Will Chrissy and Jim mend their broken relationship? Or will they part ways for good? Will Cameron and Jim ever get back together? Or has their friendship reached a point where it can never be restored? It's a drama that we'll all be closely watching as the pieces continue to fall into place. What do you think about the entire Cameron and Chrissy Lampkin situation? Was Jim Jones totally caught off guard, or did he simply ignore the warning signs? More importantly, what happens next? Is there any hope left for these relationships? Or has everything been destroyed beyond repair? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We'll be reading them all. You have it? People, explosive secrets, shocking betrayals, and heart-stopping drama that no one saw coming. Of this scandal, or will he come out unscathed? Will Jim finally speak out, or will he remain silent forever? Let's talk about it. If you want to stay updated on all the juiciest, most shocking celebrity drama out there, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got more explosive stories coming your way that you won't want to miss. Hit the bell icon to be the first to know when the next video drops. Stay tuned for more mind-blowing exposes because the truth is out there. And we're here to bring it to you no matter how crazy it gets. Like, subscribe to comments. This drama is far from over.